Sports betting brother, and hey, bring it up. And thanks for stopping by. My name is Boyd, and I'm a sports betting market analyst with OddsJam.com, where we teach you how to bet like a pro. Today's question is, how do you make money on DraftKings? How do you do it? Well, there's a couple of tips, couple of tricks that are going to be very profitable, very mathematically profitable. I'm going to show you how that's done, so let's take a look. Okay, guys, we're going to talk about how to make money on DraftKings. The first thing is I'm here at the just the odds screen of OddsJam, and it shows you the money line markets for an MLB slate of games here at the middle part of June. And you can see at the top here, the OddsJam algo odds, the circa odds, the pinnacle odds. There's many different sports books here. In fact, I think OddsJam has just a little under around 200 sports books we get data from. And the reason why this is very important and it matches the question of how you make money on DraftKings is because when you have what was called True North, which we have basically the leaders of the market, the market makers, these are the folks that get the most volume, have the most, I guess, say on what would be a good elephant to follow, so to speak. You know, if you have 3 or 4 of the smartest kids in the room, would you rather get the answers from them on a test or avoid getting the answers from the 3 dumbest kids in the room, right? So if you're monitoring Pinnacle here as one of the market makers, is certainly bookmaker and bet online, there's 3 or 4 smart kids here that are always all saying the odds here, the money line odds, it just changed actually. Detroit Tigers game was at minus 140. You could pick that up at DraftKings right there. And so that price is the lowest and the best and the most value relative to being correct as the correct wager to place at the best price to make it the most profitable. So that's how you do it. That's one of the ways to do it, is identifying where that is. And so right now you can see here the best odds at DraftKings minus 141 on the Atlanta Braves game tomorrow. So you can see here DraftKings minus 145, the Tigers tomorrow. You can see that, you know, if you look for the pricing opportunities, the pricing outliers, when DraftKings is providing that to you and they're standing out as being one of those, they're one that if you get on early, you can get a good price. And so attacking that early and attacking that before the market changes, and they change their pricing. Wouldn't you rather get it at a better price than have delayed and waited and get that same winning bet at a worse price to make less money? So that's how the sharps do it. That's how they get the best prices. That's how they make the most money, is because they're getting the best value, just like any investor would. So that is one way you can make money on DraftKings. Let me show you a couple others. So here we have the OddsJam homepage. You can see here at the top, if you just want to research individual sports, individual markets, you can, but you can certainly use the positive expected value page to identify if DraftKings happens to show some of the opportunities in pricing. And what you'll see here on the left-hand side is a percent edge, and you'll have your bet size allocated for you based on your settings of your Kelly criterion profitability. It gives you the wager, the bet type, the event itself, you know, that market, whether it's a mainline bet or an alternative bet. And of course, highlighted in the green here is the sports book and the bet you would use. So as you scroll down here, as you see anything from DraftKings as an opportunity, you could jump on that right away. That is the positive expected value page. Another one that I love to use is literally the arbitrage page. And then if you're not arbitrage betting, which is basically betting both sides at 2 different sports books, you may find some opportunities at DraftKings in here when you're comparing and contrasting it. I'll give you an example. If this happened to be DraftKings as opposed to Caesars, you would go bet that at Caesars, because basically, you know, Pinnacle and OddsJam Perfect Line saying, hey, this price is more than likely where things are going to be, and you could use that to your advantage. In addition to that, you can use this low hold page. And so all 3 of these pages, in addition to the odds screen, are going to show you some opportunities where if you have a DraftKings play pop up, you can use that. And so as this changes throughout the day, you know, you'll see some opportunities that pop up and may or may not be available throughout the course of the day. So again, I probably wouldn't place a minus 240 on a money line bet in tennis, just because that's a little bit steep from, but it is showing you the indicator where DraftKings has the best price on that particular side of things. So you could consider using, you know, this tool. You see a little bit more DraftKings action here coming up, believe it or not, in the NFL seasons. They're already getting some of their lines out nice and early, so the early bird gets the worm. Again, and DraftKings is one that puts their lines out fairly quickly. They're not the quickest, but they do have some opportunities you could jump on that. So I would recommend the low hold page to find some opportunities. I'd recommend the arbitrage, the positive EV without a doubt. And then again, if you want to just go to an individual sport and check out a market, I'll pull up here, for example. You can pull up the upcoming games. Let's say you want to just check out this summary page of what OddsJam offers. You can see right away here, there's an opportunity here on the over-under with DraftKings at minus 105 on the Atlanta Brave games tomorrow. Again, you could come over here and look at the Detroit Tigers line. They got some opportunities with DraftKings here. So what this is showing you is the best line, the best odds, the best bang for your buck money with the sports book. And of course, that's how you're going to make money at DraftKings, is using this information to go attack them, as quickly as you can. Now, I'm going to open this up and show you that you can see the markets from a different perspective. You can open this up and see the money line, the run line, and I'll show you kind of the total information as it currently has it. What it's basically saying is, the better price. You would not want to go to FanDuel and get minus 166. You get 145 at DraftKings, nice and early. You would not want to go and take plus 120 at FanDuel when you get plus 135 at DraftKings. It's crazy. So what I'm saying is, would you rather pay me $166 or $145, right, to get into this bet? Would you rather me pay you $135 or $120? That's kind of what it's saying. So these people that are lazy and don't shop for lines and don't use the tools that OddsJam provides are really cost themselves a lot of money. And it's just kind of sad, because there's just tons and tons of money that's lost because people are lazy and don't shop and don't look. So I'm not saying you're going to use DraftKings for every bet, of course, because what you're going to do is be able to identify what sportsbook, what wager, and what price is the best by using the OddsJam tools. And so when DraftKings comes up, that's why you would have them ready to go as a sportsbook of choice, and how and why you would take advantage of the pricing at whatever they happen to offer. I mentioned the shopping of lines. It's very simple to use OddsJam to shop the lines here, just basically on a simple MLB moneyline bet. The Marlins Blue Jays moneyline game, just to pick a winner. Very quickly, very easily, you can scan 20, 30, 40 sports books to identify the best price in the market. You can see where the market leaders are in their pricing. So at Pinnacle here, minus 150. You got Circa involved and very good at moneyline MLB bets. You got Bet Online, another market leader that you're getting pricing ideas of where the big boys are at relative to what they're saying, they're seeing. And you can use that to find outlier pricing, the knuckleheads that haven't figured out to adjust their lines because the markets are going a different direction. You find these opportunities in also player prop markets, things like that. So you can see that not only on the mainline bets, but this is something you can use to identify player props. I'll just open this up again randomly. You can see OddsJam is going to provide you the market data, the market information, so you can make the best possible choice. Right off the bat, boom, there you go. There's plus 100 at DraftKings, but you can pick that up at plus 107 here at Hot Streak. It's a sports book, and I haven't even used them or come across them, but we're using the data points of what's out there on the market. And it's kind of nice to know that if you're getting a better price than the leaders in the market, you're doing something really, really well. It's an outlying price. It's a good price. And once again, why take minus 110 when you could get 100? And that's how you use the tool. That's how you make money at DraftKings. And hopefully this makes a lot of sense. All right, guys, there you go. There's a few tips on how to make money at DraftKings using the OddsJam tools, all the data-driven math that helps you get the best price, the better price when that pricing outlier shows its head, when it's out there and it says, hey, you're over here at DraftKings and you're at a minus 110. That's much better than paying the minus 120, minus 130. And using the price makers, the market leaders, the market makers, giving you the answer to the test on what's going to happen potentially with that, as the markets are showing you this. The markets are giving you the data, and OddsJam's giving you the data to go take advantage of that, to be profitable. And so this adds up very quickly, getting the better price all the time on these wagers. So if you have any questions that are a little bit different than this, or you have some alternative questions as far as the markets and things, please let me know down below. Make sure you give us a like and a share, and join the channel so we can help you make more money sports betting. Let's go make some mathematical money.